Okay, so you have your wig that you're wanting to turn into a topper. One thing you have to keep in mind is the end result. Now, I buy very long wigs because I have long dreadlocks at the back of my hair. And I like my topper to look like it's a wig as opposed to mixing in bio hair at the back. But it depends what your situation is. If you have a wig that's heavily layered, so from the crown, the hair is sort of shorter and then gradually getting longer, what you've got to keep in mind is, because you're going to be cutting half of that off, you'll lose some of your length. Okay, so splitting the hair, this is a bit knotty, splitting the hair, if you're going to lose a fair chunk, say you only need a smallish base, then whatever length this hair is at the top is going to determine the length of your topper. And if that's fine, because you have a lot of bio hair at the back that you just want it to blend into, then that's absolutely fine, it doesn't matter. But if you want your topper to give you the sort of coverage and length that you would get with a wig, then you need to buy or have a wig that is much longer. It can still be layered, obviously, but it needs to be long layers, so that you still have, once it's turned into that topper, you've still got a long length of hair to play with. So that is quite an important factor, really. And what you do is, once you've measured your head, turn your wig inside out, okay, undo the little straps at the back so that it's free, and then simply get your tape measure, starting from the hairline, measure back to wherever you need it to be, okay? I go quite big. I started off up here, but as I've got more and more into wearing wigs, I love them so much, but because of my dreadlocks, I can't, they just don't fit inside a wig cap. It's impossible. So I have to have a topper. Well, there is another option, which I'm going to do a separate tutorial on. I called them halo wigs because they are the same shape as a halo wire wig grip and a halo wire hair extension. So I thought they were called halo wigs, but it turns out they're not. They're called 360 wigs. But anyway, that's going to be another tutorial because it gives you another option for wearing toppers. But if you want a little bit more coverage and a little bit more security, they're great for people that have very thin or no bio hair. Okay, so right, so you've measured down to where you want it to be at the back, and the same from ear to ear. If you keep it, you can absolutely keep the ear tabs on, and if you're going to do that, that's fine. What I would suggest, it makes it even easier actually, is you just cut from the bottom of the ear tabs all the way around. Obviously it will give you a much larger cap, but that's fine. So that gives you an idea. If you want very small, like I said earlier, makes it really easy. Literally just cut around the hard cap. If you've got a lace front wig, It's the same principle. You just have to be a little bit more aware of the lace edging. Mono top, T-part wig. They can all, I've turned all of them into toppers, all 360 toppers. It's absolutely possible on everything. I think I've even done a completely hand tied wig, so there's no wefts at all. It's all like a lace front. That's very tricky and quite fragile, but it is possible. So it depends what you have to work with or what you decide to buy, especially for, okay?